Now I'm going to have to split these videos up into chunks because of time and hardware, and I'm not sure if I can actually make a long format video on my phone, which is how I'm making these videos. Recently, I've heard a lot of hate against the trans part of the LGBT community, which honestly, up until, well, freaking several years ago, I didn't even know that trans was a thing. Honestly, I'd met nobody up until like 4 years ago, and I've met two people in the last 4 years that I can think of, and one of them I wouldn't have guessed. Trying to look it up and find statistics overall, I found anywhere from a 0.8% to a roughly 3% of the total population. And that's like, so at most, that is 3 out of 100 people. Now, I'm in straight white Oklahoma, so a lot of the statistics I can find online are going to be totally different than what I see in person. But what I will say is for all the hate I hear about trans people on TV and online, there's not a whole lot of crimes I hear about by the trans community. The recent trans shooter in, what was it, Minnesota, was the first ever even LGBT shooter I've ever heard of. Most of the times it's some just straight white guy. Why do I say it that way? It's because if they were someone that was LGBT, they would be talking about it because they like to do that, people in general. When I looked up where crimes of harassment and worse are likely to happen, more than 50% of them are likely to happen in or around the home. There's also about 10-12% that happens at work or at school, and very little happens, if at all, in public restrooms. However, I know that there seems to be a lot of violence towards transgender and LGBT people, but mostly transgender people.